Hi everyone, I'm Harri Patten. I went to UNC Asheville and I graduated in 2019. I arrived in Asheville and it was actually my first time in the States. It was the first time I'd ever been to the States, and I arrived with obviously the other freshman at the time, Ollie Cole, who's now one of my all-time best friends, but we were two Brits and it was our first time in the States. So yeah, it was a learning experience. We had to figure out very quickly how things work over here, and it took probably a few months to get acclimatized to that. I was certainly going there, yes, to continue playing tennis, but really to go to university and continue focusing on my studies. That was the most important thing. So yeah, to think that now, I'm in one of the best doubles pairs in the world, ranked number 4, and have a Wimbledon trophy and an Australian Open trophy is amazing, and never would have imagined that, having stepped foot in the States for the first time ever not that long ago. It was my freshman year and we just started the season, and I think I was playing number 3 or 4 on the team, and I was doing okay, but we went to a team dinner. We would have a team dinner, I think it was every Friday night, and we went for a team dinner, and I thought everything was going perfectly fine. I was enjoying myself, and all of a sudden the tone changed a little bit, and we had 4 seniors on the team at that time. I won't name them. And they kind of suddenly stopped talking and said, "Harri, you need to start working harder and taking this a bit more seriously." And from that moment on, I did, and quickly shot up to number 2 in the team, and then played number 1 for the rest of my time there. So that was a bit of a wake-up call. I would say maybe I was slacking a little bit. I thought at the time they were being harsh on me. But I think that it was all well-intentioned, and they just I think they saw my potential and wanted to get the best out of me. I mean, the thing I like most about it definitely is that I get to travel with someone, another player, and I'm fortunate enough to play with Harri Heliövaara, who is one of my best friends. Really nice for me to sort of have a close friend and player that I have a really close bond with. It makes time away from home and traveling a lot easier. Harri he's a very sort of high IQ player, I would say. He uses lobs and drop shots and slice and, lots of variation to outsmart opponents. And he gets really, really fired up as well. When he's celebrating or giving a big pump, he gets really fired up. Whereas I kind of take the more direct route. I hit it hard. I'm all about power and kind of imposing myself on the court. But I stay a lot calmer. So I think those two things balance out really well. As a team, we never get too high on adrenaline, and Harri makes sure we never get too low on energy or too negative. So, I mean, at the start of the tournament, we were drawn against the best team in the race at that point, and we were still kind of just starting out as a pair. So from the very first match, we were under the cosh, and we won that match, and then I guess we got their draw and started to think, well, if we can beat them, then we can beat anyone in the draw. That being said, it's a lot of matches. It's 6 matches, so we were taking one match at a time. But then obviously you get to the final, and you just kind of have to accept that I don't think anyone could have stayed in the present before the match. We were so excited, so nervous, and it was a really, really close match. I think we lost in pretty much every statistic there was in the match. I think after the first set, we got to a space where we were really, really happy with how we'd played throughout the tournament, and it was amazing for us to be in the final in the first place, and would have been a huge milestone for us as a pair anyway. So I think we were almost at peace with losing, which allowed us to play really well in the big moments. When we played Wimbledon, we were maybe around 40, ranked sort of 40-ish in the world. And then at the start of the Australian Open this year, we were more like 14, 15. So we were seeded at the Australian Open. So, we knew we would have a pretty decent first round draw, hopefully. And yeah, we were expected to do well, and it's a completely different mindset you have to take into it. I think also having won Wimbledon, that gave us the belief that we could do it again. We knew that we could play, match after match and play at a high level. And so, yeah, that's what we did. We played really, really well throughout the 2 weeks. Yeah, the final there was a difficult one because we went on court so late, sort of unusually late. I think it was about 11 p.m. So that was the biggest challenge. But yeah, again, we were really, really difficult to beat and annoying to play. And that's kind of been our identity as a pair, be really annoying for other people to play against. When we won the Wimbledon final and when we won the Australian Open final, they were two completely different feelings. When we won the Wimbledon final, the court was completely full. There wasn't really an empty seat in the place. And obviously I'm a Brit, so the crowd were all pulling for me. I had, friends from college, my girlfriend, family, all there. So we won, and the whole place just went completely bonkers. And everyone was so excited and celebrating and all the rest of it. Australia, we finished, I think it was 2 a.m. when we finished, and there was no one really left in the crowd apart from some crazy Finnish fans and some crazy Italian fans. The noise of the crowd wasn't there to kind of lift you after you win the final point. So we both literally just fell backwards out of a bit of relief and exhaustion, mainly. We were both so tired after that. But still a really, really good feeling, a really satisfying feeling. So at UNC Asheville, definitely there was an emphasis on critical thinking and kind of quite a holistic education as part of a liberal arts degree. And I think that stood me in really good stead. As a young professional traveling by yourself, I think it's incredibly important to try and learn from other people around you and try and see things from different viewpoints, which I think UNC Asheville prepared me for really, really well. We're sitting at 3 and 4 in the world, so I think the big goal for us is to try and be the #1 pair in the world, which is going to be really difficult because the #1 pair in the world keeps winning everything, which is really annoying. But that's kind of our overarching goal. Yeah, we'll see what's next. I don't know. Last year was a surprising one, so hopefully we'll have a few more surprises and reasons to celebrate.